Well, when Dr. Claudine Gay was appointed last July as Harvard University's first ever black president, she told faculty, "This is crazy." She meant crazy as in crazy exciting. But in light of what we now know, numerous allegations of plagiarism, it was crazy as in a stupid decision. Harvard's first black president yesterday added Harvard's shortest serving president to her resume, out of the job in just 5 months. Claudine Gay is just the latest example of someone hired for their ability to tick a diversity box rather than to do the job. Others that come immediately to mind include Joe Biden's appointment of the US Supreme Court's first black justice, Judge Ketanji Brown, who didn't know what a woman was.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
And Joe Biden's appointment of the second black woman and first openly gay White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, who, when faced with tough questions from the media, prefers to disappear rather than answer them.
Can you explain why the president interacted with so many of his son's Ford business associates? More than half of voters told CNN they believed the president was involved and he lied. You can't have a response to that, Karine?
Now, to be clear, the problem wasn't that these people were black or women. The problem was that in each instance they were championed because they were black and because they were women, rather than because they were competent. Joining me now is author and filmmaker Phil Cooke. Phil, this obsession with identity politics is doing great damage to America, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, we see it all the time. Although I have to say, James, we're having a little bit of a turning point. I have a friend who's a high-level executive at one of the biggest job hunting sites online here in America. A year and a half, he told me the biggest job opportunity in America was chief diversity officer. Every corporation in America wanted to hire one. Now, a year and a half later, it's dropped like a brick. They are dumping their DEI departments. They're dumping their chief diversity officers. We're really seeing a change, hopefully.
What's precipitating that change? Why the sudden turnaround?
I think so many, I have to say, so many absolutely ridiculous things have been happening. The general public sees that all that virtue signaling corporations were trying to do back then just has no basis in reality. I think the editorial you may have read that, the former president of Harvard wrote in the New York Times today really was ridiculous, And I think people are starting to see that this just doesn't make sense, and we've got to do better.